connect to the cluster, click on here the cloud shell. Okay, so we already connected, right? Okay, if you are connecting newly, then what you have to do? Okay, you need to give this command. What is this command? What is this command? AKS update kubeconfig --- region, which region you are working, -- name is going to be your cluster name. Okay, if you click on enter, it will connect to the cluster. If you give this one, it will connect to the cluster. Okay, so kubectl is the command, right? Kubectl is the command. Okay, so there's a command called cluster -info. So it will be telling you that, so where this cluster is running. Okay, so this cluster is running in this particular location. So in this place only this cluster is running. Okay, so advanced, nothing will be there. Okay, so accept risk and continue. Okay, so we don't be able to connect to this one. Okay, but here is the place where the cluster is been connecting. Okay, so this is the cluster info. Okay, now, so kubectl get nodes. Second command is get nodes, means how many nodes are there. Okay, so we have created 2 nodes. Okay, 2 nodes means 2 instances we created. So if you go for instances, if you create a node group, okay, so here EC2 dashboard, you will be seeing 2 instances are running. Okay, 2 instances are running. These are all the Kubernetes worker nodes. Okay, here only all the pods will be created. Got it? So Kubernetes get nodes. Okay, next one is kubectl get pods. So we are going to see how many pods are running. Pods is the, I told you that, right? Pods is the very small component. Probably I'll explain you about the pod and all in the later classes, but pod is the very small component of the Kubernetes. Okay, so kubectl get pods. There is no node pods. No. Okay, so there is a namespace will be there. Okay, so what is namespaces means? It's kind of a different rooms. Sir, you are following? Have you connected? Have you connected it?
Today you are telling the commands and you are pushing it to the next one. Since you are familiar, you will be
No, I will take you again. Now I'll just show you all the commands. So okay. Now, okay, so this some of the Kubernetes commands will be there. First of all, kubectl is the command. I want to see the cluster info, means I created a cluster, I want to see the cluster info. For that one, we'll give a command called kubectl cluster info. These are very basic commands. So I'll take one more theory class maybe for you. Okay, so we have so I'll explain you now here. I already explained it to you before, but see, this is the AWS. Okay, so this is AWS. This is the EKS cluster. Inside the cluster, we have created a Kubernetes cluster is created. Okay, under that one control plane will be there. 2 worker nodes are there. Yes, right. Okay, so the control plane means it will be managed by AWS itself or Azure itself. This is a master node. Master will be managed by AWS only. Okay, now we have created 2 nodes. If you want to see how many nodes are there in my cluster, how to see? Kubectl get nodes. Sorry, get nodes. Okay, I have 2 nodes are there. Simple, right? Any doubts now? So I've created a cluster. I want to see how many nodes are there. 2 nodes. Okay, so there is one more concept called namespaces. Means in the cluster, right? In the cluster, you can create a different rooms. Okay, means each and every application, whenever you are deploying, you can deploy it into different rooms or different places. That is called namespaces. Namespace means like you can consider as a room space kind of thing. So whenever you are creating an application, you can deploy your application in specific namespaces. So if you want to get namespace is also one of the concepts in Kubernetes. Okay, so kubectl get namespaces. So by default, these many namespaces are there. Okay, so these many namespaces are there. So if you go for a company, they will tell you that, so there will be a single cluster will be there, 2 applications will be running. Okay, let's say for example dev, staging, prod, right? So environments. So if you want to create all my application should be working on one namespace, dev namespace. Other applications should be working on staging namespace. Another application will be working on prod namespace, right? So we have learned this in Jenkins, right? This is the okay, fine. I'll just write it here. So if you go for a real time, right? So there will be a different environments will be there. What is environments? Environments nothing but dev, prod. We have seen in Jenkins, right? Yes or no, guys? Please tell me. Different set of servers. Okay, so we have a different be installed in different places, right? For example, I want all my applications to be work on dev, some applications, and staging, so something like that. Now we can create namespace, which means that create a different stages. Okay, so different stages we can create. So now, department. Okay, for example, I'm creating namespace. kubectl create. So instead of namespaces, you can also type namespaces. Otherwise, we can give ns dev. Okay, now dev namespace is created. Yes, no. Now you can give get namespaces or get ns. Ns means what? Okay, now dev is created. Okay, now when I'm deploying application, I can specify that my application should go and sit in that particular namespace only. That is how the same cluster will be divided into multiple infrastructures. So if you go for real time, there won't be different clusters for different environments. You'll be having a same cluster, okay, that can be used for everything. But in the real time, if you're using EC2 instances, you have different EC2 instances for different applications. But here nothing like that. That's why Kubernetes is very complex.
So when you talk about node 1 and node 2, where is the pod comes here? Inside the node, is it?
Yeah, inside the nodes.
Inside the node pod comes. Inside the pod namespace.
No. See, like namespaces is a common.
Namespace we will be creating it because to group to a set of servers.
Yeah.
Correct.
Not set of servers.
Set of application servers.
Yeah. No. Set of application. So creating a. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you now.
Then where comes the pod?
I'll show you.
Just ask the question.
No worries. Okay, I'm creating dev. I'm creating staging also. Okay, I've created two namespaces. Right. Now I'm going to create one pod. Okay, how to create a pod? How to create a pod? Okay, so create simple nginx pod. Okay, type like this. So you will get one command. Okay, kubectl create Okay, so this is the command we'll be creating. Okay, kubectl run nginx pod and image nginx. So you'll be using this particular container. Okay, so okay, I'm copying and pasting the same thing. Okay, I'm going and copying, pasting it. Okay, now here I want to create one pod. Okay, kubectl create nginx image will be nginx. So I'll be using nginx image. That image will be downloaded from the internet. It's a Docker image. That's right. I'm going to create one simple pod. It's an nginx pod. Okay. So port number 80 means I'm exposing a port number 80. You know, that particular pod will be open to port number 80. Just forget about the port number and everything now. And restart never, that's also leave it. Let's keep it as a simple command. kubectl run nginx pod. You know, this is the name. Okay, so the image will be this one. This one will be, you can give any name. Okay. First pod. Okay. Created. Now you tell me where it is got created. How to check the list of pods created? kubectl get pods, get nodes, get pods. That's it. Okay. So first pod is created. Now, in which name servers is created? No. So if you don't specify the namespace, it will create the default namespace. Right? So now if I am telling that is my dev pod, okay, then where you have to install it? Okay, if you can give pods -o wide. Okay, so this is a pending state, still is pending. Okay. Okay, kubectl get pods -n dev means nothing is there, no resource found. Now shall we create the same same this one in -n namespace dev. Now it's created. Now where is created? Under dev. Get pods -n dev means it's created. Understand? Getting or not? Now if you want to create a same pod in staging, what you have to do? Instead of dev, okay, kubectl instead of dev staging. Okay, no space. Hey, where is that one? No, sorry, I'm getting pods actually. -n staging. Now it's created. Okay. Yes or no? Huh? Get pods means it will be getting resources. Create pod means this one. Okay. So now you know the namespaces, right? Okay. So now you can see kubectl get pods in -all namespaces. See, in dev, staging, and all, it's pending. So it's still not been deployed. There is some issues in the cluster. It's not been able to deploy. So we can debug it later. But you should know that, so what happened to what's happening now, right? It's been creating the pods. Okay. Likewise, you can create multiple pods.
So inside the pods, container will be.
Internal pods, inside the pods, container is there. So you can also create one container.
For one pod.
You can create one container per one pod, or multiple containers inside one single pod also. Okay. So shall we create a multiple containers in the single pod? Okay. So now the next one is, like I'll be showing, like,
Sir, I will make a note.
okay, actually what you can do is, you can also get the, you can also write the code. Now you have give a command, right? Usually in your company, you have to write the code, YAML code, to deploy this. So this is the simple code. Okay, what I'm doing is, I'm just copying it. Okay, I'm going to create vi hello.json. Sorry, hello.json or YAML, I think. Okay. Oh my god. This is the problem with this. Okay, anyways, let me see if it's working or not. Okay, kubectl apply-f hello.yaml. So there's an error, so because that format is getting error. Tomorrow what I'll try to do is that I'll try to connect from my local. For example, I think I'll connect from here itself. Okay, let me connect it to Azure instances. So let me see. So now, okay. So before that, we can get some kind of let's see some other commands. Okay. So Kubernetes. You're leaving, huh? Just two minutes. Okay, I will run some of the interesting commands, so that you can practice this. You can create the cluster and you can practice, so that we'll see. Okay, so kubectl apply-f. If you have that manifest file, you can copy some kind of manifest file. I'm going to explain it to you about this manifest, this command. Okay, so this is how, instead of running a command, you can write this code like this. What will be doing? So name is equal to Nginx. The app is equal to Nginx. So replicas is equal to 1. What do you mean by replicas is equal to 1? Only one pod will be created. If you give 2 replicas, 2 pod will be created automatically. It's like same kind of instances creating 2 times. If one pod is gone, another pod will be working. Okay. So now container, which container we are using? Nginx container. Okay, we are exposing port. So this is the simple file, you know. So if you
But sir, here they have not created mentioned anything about namespace, right? Which namespace, which pod?
So what I told you, if you don't specify any namespace, where it will deploy?
Default.
If you don't specify any kind of namespaces, it will deploy in a
Default.
default namespaces. Okay.
We create a pod and then we create a
Okay. So next, so this is the simple thing. Okay. Now tomorrow, no, when you are coming Monday, okay, please create a cluster. Please connect it. Just practice this kind of a commands. You know, for you guys, I'll cover 1 or 2 classes on this thing. I'll be covering you guys, you both. I'll cover the completely. Any doubts?
I need those comments.
No? Everything is there in internet only. You don't note it down, right?
Yeah. I was typing, I was
Okay, I will give you after this call. After this class, I'll give you.
so that I will do my